There is a strange kind of power in silence. The loudest person in the room is not always the strongest. Sometimes, the quiet one is the most dangerous, the most disciplined, the most focused, the most emotionally powerful. Silent people observe what others miss. They control emotions while others react impulsively. They build strength quietly while the world seeks attention, and history proves this again and again. Great leaders, deep thinkers, successful creators. Many of them mastered one rare skill, the ability to stay silent. Because silence is not weakness, silence is control. Today, you will discover the 5 powerful qualities of silent people. Qualities that make them mentally stronger than most people around them, and once you understand these traits, you will never look at silence the same way again. Part 1. Silent people. Observe more than they speak. Most people talk to impress. Silent people listen to understand, while others are busy trying to prove themselves. Quiet people are collecting information. They notice body language, tone of voice, small behavioral changes, hidden intentions. That is why silent people are often difficult to manipulate, because they see patterns others ignore. A loud mind reacts instantly. A calm mind analyzes first. And in life, the person who understands people usually has more power than the person seeking attention. Think about it. When someone talks too much, they reveal everything: their emotions, insecurities, weaknesses, plans. But the silent person? They remain unreadable. And unreadable people make others uncomfortable, because human beings fear what they cannot predict. This is why silence often creates respect automatically, not because silent people try to dominate, but because calm energy naturally feels powerful. A lion does not need to announce its presence every minute. Its silence alone creates tension, and the same happens in real life. The less unnecessary noise you create, the more people begin to value your words. Part 2. Silent. People control their emotions. One of the biggest signs of mental weakness is emotional impulsiveness. Getting angry instantly, overreacting, arguing over everything, trying to win every conversation. But silent people understand something important. Not every battle deserves a response. Sometimes silence protects your energy better than words ever could. Emotionally intelligent people know when to speak and when to walk away quietly, because reacting emotionally gives other people control over your mind. When someone can easily trigger your anger, they control your emotions. But silence breaks that control. Silent people pause before reacting. They think before speaking. They process emotions internally instead of exploding publicly, and this creates emotional stability. In a chaotic world, calmness becomes rare, and rare things become valuable. Have you noticed something? The strongest person in an argument is usually the calmest one, because calmness signals confidence. People who constantly scream for validation are often deeply insecure inside, but emotionally strong people do not feel the need to prove themselves every second. They remain composed, and composure is power. Part 3. Silent people focus on action, not attention. Modern society rewards noise. Everyone wants attention. Everyone wants validation. Everyone wants to appear successful, but silent people operate differently. They focus on results. While others are announcing goals publicly, silent people are quietly building. They understand that real success does not need constant advertisement. Trees grow in silence. So does discipline. So does intelligence. So does greatness. Many people talk about becoming successful. Very few are willing to work quietly for years without recognition. That is why silent people often shock everyone later. Nobody notices their struggle. Nobody sees the sacrifice. Nobody sees the lonely nights of self-improvement. People only see the final result. And suddenly they say, "Wow, that person changed." But transformation always happens silently first. A powerful life is usually built behind closed doors, without applause, without attention, without approval. Silent people understand this deeply. That is why they waste less time explaining and spend more time improving, because at the end of the day, results speak louder than words ever will. Part 4. Silent. People have stronger inner peace. Most people are uncomfortable with silence. The moment things become quiet, they reach for distraction, phones, music, social media, constant conversation. Why? Because silence forces people to face themselves, and many people are running from their own thoughts. But silent people become comfortable with solitude. They learn to sit alone, think deeply, reflect honestly, and this creates inner peace. A peaceful mind is one of the greatest advantages in life, because when your mind is calm, you make better decisions. You stop reacting emotionally to temporary situations. You stop chasing meaningless validation. You stop depending on others for happiness. And slowly, you become mentally free. This is why many wise people spend time alone intentionally. Not because they hate people, but because solitude sharpens the mind. Silence allows clarity. In silence, you hear your real thoughts. In silence, you discover who you truly are, and once someone develops inner peace, they become difficult to break, because external chaos no longer controls them internally. Part 5. Silent people are often the most dangerously disciplined. Never underestimate a quiet person with discipline, because disciplined silence creates unstoppable momentum. Many silent people channel emotions into self-improvement instead of drama. They train quietly, study quietly, work quietly, suffer quietly. And over time, that consistency creates extraordinary strength. The world often notices loud confidence first, but real power usually belongs to the person who stayed focused while everyone else was distracted. Discipline does not always look exciting. Sometimes it looks boring. Waking up early consistently, improving daily, staying patient, controlling impulses. And silent people are often better at this because they spend less energy trying to impress others. Their focus stays internal. They compete with themselves, not the world. And that mindset changes everything. Because when you stop chasing attention, you finally have enough energy to chase mastery. Silent discipline eventually creates silent confidence, not fake confidence, not loud arrogance. Real confidence, the kind that does not need validation, the kind that walks calmly into any room without trying to dominate it. Because true strength speaks softly. Final message: outrow silence is not emptiness. Silence is intelligence, controlled. Emotion controlled. Energy controlled. The world may overlook quiet people at first, but never underestimate someone who has mastered silence. Because while others waste energy talking, silent people are observing, learning, improving, and growing stronger every day. Remember these 5 qualities. Silent people observe more. Silent people control emotions. Silent people focus on action. Silent people develop inner peace. Silent people build powerful discipline. And maybe the greatest lesson of all is this: you do not need to be loud to become powerful. Sometimes, the quietest mind carries the strongest soul. So learn to protect your energy. Learn to value calmness. Learn to speak less and improve more. Because in a world full of noise, silence becomes a superpower. If this video inspired you, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Silence is power. And remember, move in silence, grow in silence, win in silence.